Well, it's fair time, and hopefully many of you have access to your local county fairs, and I'd like to encourage you to at least go by and visit and maybe even try to enter a few things. And we want to talk to you today about how to harvest and prepare some of your vegetables for entering in the fair. And I think the first thing that we want to tell you is not to get in a hurry when you're harvesting your vegetables or produce, because a lot of the little detail things that you can do really will make a difference. Well, harvesting your vegetables for the fair are just like going to the grocery store and trying to buy your produce there. You want to look for the maturity and the quality. You want to make sure it's free of any blemishes. But one thing that you need to do is go to your county office or your fair representative or your fair office and get a book with the regulations and guidelines, because those books will tell you how many specimens that you need to exhibit and any other kind of guidelines that you might need to know about. Some of the unwritten rules, though, are actually how to prepare your specimens for showing. Now, I've just recently judged several county fairs, and I want to share with you some of the problems that we found in making a decision for that blue ribbon prize. Again, the main thing is uniformity. Now you can see here we've got 6 of our jalapeno peppers, and the judge is going to look at the uniformity as far as the color, the size, and even the way that you've cut those stems. Now these are some examples of some that we've cut exactly off the same bushes that are over mature, overripe. You see a lot of the growth cracks. Some of them we didn't cut as careful, so we've broken the stems off. So you can see this makes a nice exhibit. Now you could go with all red peppers even, but again, uniformity is the key. Here we've got some of our Hungarian wax peppers, and again you can see the different shades of color. And again, any color is fine, just make sure that all your specimens are the same color. Try to get them as uniform in size, and again with the stem. Got some problems with this one. Now if you can harvest your vegetables and harvest quite a few of them, you'll have a little better success in being selective, so you may be restricted in the number of plants that you have. Now things like pumpkins, again you've heard us tell about leaving the stem on those, which here we've got one that's a little bit too long. And it would look a little better if you'd cut some of that back. Makes a nice exhibit for you. If there's any soil or dirt on the produce, you want to make sure that you try to clean that off the best you can. Sometimes washing it and scrubbing it is not the good thing because you can bruise it or damage it. So maybe soaking it in cold water or using a soft bristle brush would be the best way to go. Now there are some of our vegetables that we grow that we really don't want to stem on. Those would be the ones that are easy to puncture, such as tomatoes. Again, the same thing applies, the uniformity, but on your tomatoes you want to make sure that that stem is off of there so it won't puncture the other tomatoes. And usually you show them upside down where you get a little better color and they look a little nicer. Look for any insect damage. Here we've got some stink bug damage, so you wouldn't want to display any of those. And the last thing we want to show you are some okra. Again, we talked about maturity. You can see we've got some that are smaller, more uniform, and one that's larger. And a lot of times people think the bigger the better, and those might be the ones to win the prize. But actually the smaller ones would be nicer, and again we've got the stems clipped the same length. Well, I hope that you'll try to go by your county fair and maybe even consider entering something. And we know it's an educational thing for us to go by and look at them, but it's also a lot of fun for us just to go and meet other people that have gardening interest. So I would encourage you to go to your local fair and try to enter and support it.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. You can also find more recent videos on our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.